Om Namah Shivaya. I'm Nirmala, and here with an answer to a very common question that we get as yoga teachers. So I've put myself in a place where there's lots of light here behind me, because we're talking about something very natural, and we're talking about something that's very cyclical in nature. So we have patterns in our life, we have patterns in our practice, we have patterns and cycles in nature. And so the question is, asked by women normally, can I practice inversions when I'm having my period? And so there are a couple of answers that we can give. The short answer is that every woman knows her own body and can make up her own mind about what feels right or doesn't feel right. And what feels right at one moment in time might not feel right at another moment in time. So each cycle can be different, and we are acknowledging that things change, and they do. That's one thing that's constant in life. So the short answer is that there's no physiological reason not to practice. There's nothing bad that happens to the body by being upside down when you're having your period on a physiological level. So that's the short answer. Do what you feel like. The longer answer is that perhaps there are reasons not to invert. And so the idea is that when we do hatha yoga practices, asanas, pranayama, bandhas for sure, mudras, we're generally bringing prana in an upward fashion through the astral body. And so inversions will bring that energy up a little faster and a little more quickly, let's say. So when I'm having my period, my body is very naturally activating a downward movement of prana. We say apana, moving the prana downwards, because my body is engaged in a natural cleansing function. I'm letting go of something that is not required. It's very normal, it's very natural. Same kind of thing, if you read any of the classical texts, they'll say, practice after you've had your bowel movement. The same idea is that we're releasing something downward that is not needed from the body. So when you're having your menstrual cycle, it could be that your body is releasing something, and so by inverting at that time, we might be causing some kind of confusion of energies. My body is trying to move something down and out, and I'm trying to move something upward in a little stronger or quicker fashion. So that might cause some energetic confusion, and it might be worth looking at that. How do I feel about that? I might feel perfectly comfortable doing the practice, but maybe at a subtle energetic level, I'm causing some discomfort. So it's worth thinking about how you feel about that and what your stance is and your preferences there. So that's something to think about. Now, it's not just inversions that move energy upward more quickly. The bandhas do as well. So if you're doing advanced pranayamas, you're moving the energy up a little more quickly. Regular pranayamas should be fine. Although, maybe, here are the buts, ifs, ands, or buts. The Kapalabhati could be uncomfortable, especially if your flow is heavy or if you're having cramps. Doing the pumpings of Kapalabhati might not be comfortable. So decide what feels right for you. I completely support every woman's decision of what feels right for them. For many years I practiced it. I didn't care. I did what I wanted to all the time. But then after some time I thought, I do have to kind of respect, this is for me, I have to respect what's happening in my body a little more. So that's the short answer and the long answer. I hope that it's helpful for you in your practice. If you're a male and you're listening and you're thinking this doesn't apply to me, well, if you're a yoga teacher, you'll probably be asked the question at some time or another, so you can be ready for that answer. So all the best in your practice and in acknowledging the cycles and the changes that are a part of the natural world and part of us as well. Om Namah Shivaya.